What if I told you that my biggest turning point in my filmmaking career started with a rejection so brutal that I almost quit before I began?
In this series, I'll be taking you through a behind-the-scenes look at my filmmaking process as I work on my next project, The Pact.
Failure isn't a detour, it's the road. And today I'm telling a story that they don't put in the highlight reels, and why failing early was the best thing that ever happened to me. You know, everybody thinks failure is bad, but my biggest growth I found as a filmmaker, as a creator, as a writer, was when I was told no. And I remember it vividly. I was putting together my passion project, The Secret Lives of Me, a feature film that I am writing and producing. And I was so proud that I was working with a casting director, Jordan Bass of Bass Casting. And I thought it was a coup. We got Pam Grier on board. And so then I was going around, I had Zach McGowan as well, which I love from Black Sails. And so I thought I had a pretty darn good package for my film. And you know, what they teach you in film school is that's what you do. I did the things that they said. Get name actors on. I thought we had the cool factor. And so I went to Cannes and I went to AFM and I had meetings with distributors. And I remember distinctly this one distributor told me that the premise, they were really thinking that the premise of the film was very intriguing. It's something that they hadn't seen before. And yeah, Pam Grier, she's cool, but she is worth nothing at the box office. Actually, the word they used was worthless at the box office. To a Black woman, you're gonna tell a Black woman that another Black woman was worthless, but that's Hollywood. And I couldn't believe, everybody really was interested in the project, but no bites. So that was my first failure. And, that, I would say, critique of my package was brutal. I could have just walked away with my tail between my legs and packed it in. But I know what this industry is like, and I know that I really had to buckle down and, just keep pushing. I had to create a better package, a bigger package, a stronger package, something like the Bionic Woman. But literally, I had to be the Bionic Woman of film. And really, it just made me get back up. I know what this industry is like. I know that I had a good project. I still have a good project. But, for a minute, it kind of depressed me, and I had to just pause to regroup. And I just want to say, pausing is sometimes a good thing, to regroup and reevaluate your approach. And so then I tried it again 2 years ago. And, if it's not one thing, it's another. Then we had the strikes. And then after the strikes, it was like, oh, you're a first-time filmmaker. And I was working with Buffalo 8 Productions, and we were going around trying to put the package together. And it was just a really challenging period, just as it is now. But I didn't let it stop me. You know, I learned the lessons from it, that it's like, okay, so I need to figure out what a strong package looks like. And so I went back to the drawing board. I did my homework. I look at the data, and I'm at it again, because I learned that you have to really, 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 really understand your audience. And I know that I have an audience, that this film has an audience. And it was just one of those things that it's like, okay, you know, what it taught me was my persistence. Am I persistent enough? And then consistent. Am I consistent enough? And that is the lesson that I got from that. But it took a minute, and I did have to retreat and refocus. And sometimes when you do that, unimaginable things happen. I decided to focus on a web series that started my channel, Eternal City TV. And now we have almost 5,500 subscribers and over almost 3 million views. And I'm building a community, which in the end, I feel will also help build my brand. So you never know. That's my take on it. You just never know where that road is going to take you. And it's the road that's most important.
We challenge our students in the producing department at NYFA every day to produce quality films under $500. I shouldn't make them do anything that I wouldn't. So, challenge accepted.
If failure feels like the end, remember it's actually your first draft. So start writing your story. Drop a comment below about one of your biggest failures and what it taught you. And let's normalize the messy middle.
Stay locked.